E3 learning is the personalized part of the education system that Thompson has in place for their extended learning opportunities plan. We serve kids grades K through 12. We work with public, homeschool, and private school kids in northern Colorado. Have you ever bought one of those garments that says one size fits all? More like one size might fit some? That's what we looked at in education when we started doing our research. Barbara Bray was a big influence in planning with her work in personalized learning. Additional research for us came from the book Leaving to Learn by Washer and Majewski. They talk about the need for students to leave school temporarily, however long they need, in order to come back to school and persist in their learning.
Great minds have made the connection between desire, emotion, and knowledge. Passion learning addresses these needs in a way that the traditional brick and mortar has not yet been equipped to do.
So the first part of our 3 E's is explore. This is our space at Hilltop Campus. When we designed it, we wanted it to be warm, inviting, comfortable, ready for the kids to explore their learning. That exploration starts with conversation with the stakeholders around the table, and we get the kids' voice in the room for their learning.
Sierra is one who truly learned from leaving. Her passions and need to learn outside the box allowed her to explore, connect, build relationships with local and global mentors that would not have been available in a traditional setting.
We work with members of the business community here in Loveland and outside those borders as well to find mentors that are willing to work with our students. One special one is Loveland Creator Space, and they have been instrumental in helping us attain those mentors and find outlets for our kids to work in.
Mentors are searched for and matched to our students per passion. 2 engineers engaging in building the world's fastest sailboat wing in the midst of an antique dining room set is not an unusual situation for E3 students.
We have a bank of over 100 mentors from all walks of life. We have cupcake makers, we have filmmakers, we have people that are willing to work with our kids. We console our parents by assuring them that each mentor has been vetted by the school district with a complete background check.
Collaborations between E3 mentor-mentee teams, such as Birthed Bound and ZD Productions, gave the 2 the opportunity to build a brand for Birthed Bound, a community project that will help grow awareness for Birthed and put it back on the map.
One of the pieces of social media that we use is About.me, and this is Olivia's About.me page. She's a musician and works with another local musician and DJ to write an original score for a play she's written.
Pokey is the product of a student's passion for learning 3D design. He was a fire-breathing dragon, quite literally, at the Denver Mini Maker Fair in May of 2014. He was everyone's fave except for the fire marshal.
So the power of technology is instrumental in our work with kids. We talk about the hard, cold fact that Google never forgets, and we stress the importance of maintaining that professional, clean social media profile.
Students design and maintain their social media, such as WordPress and LinkedIn, to track learning progress. Doing this allows us to see the dreams and opportunities of these E3 students to come alive.
One thing we ask the kids to do is to create a professional Gmail address, no more fluffybunny12 at Hotmail. So they use that and their other social media links, and they design business cards on Zazzle.com, and we have those printed for the kids so they can use those with contacts. And so, what about the teacher in all this? That sage on the stage, that keeper of all knowledge? I gave that up a long time ago, and I was so glad I got to do that. Too much pressure. So when we look at 21st century educators, there's a whole paradigm shift for teaching. You have to step away from that podium. You have to be one of the learners with the kids. I am totally an example of you can teach an old dog new tricks. And if you read those at some point, you'll find that I'm also a model the makes mistakes often.
Our mentors and mentees experience role reversal in their learning relationships. Adults and students are well aware that the no carbon copies when it comes to teaching and learning are here.
And so, what about that? We as educators have to step away from that traditional model and embrace the kids where they're ready to learn. And even if you're like this gal and out of her comfort zone, it's time to do that. Thank you so much for your time. Please come visit us at E3 and follow us across social media. Thanks.